Hey there, Pisces Sun, Pisces Moon, Pisces Rising. Welcome to your reading for October 31st through November 6th. We are in that in-between stage, that period, that space between the eclipses. We had a new moon eclipse in Scorpio that trined your sign last week. And this next week on Tuesday, we have a full moon eclipse in Taurus. And so there's a lot of releasing and letting go, figuring out where we belong, where we fit in. Jupiter's in your sign now, helping you to really expand your consciousness and your awareness of what it is that you want. And so, honestly, there's a real power in being the sign that knows how to let go, right? The completion of things. And so here you go. Overall energy here, the Nine of Pentacles. This Nine of Pentacles is interesting. She has some of the pentacles that are ready to be plucked. She has plenty, but she has more on the way. It's like you have more than enough, and there's more on the way is the energy of that. So let's just see what we have going on here. I think, wow, look at this. Okay. Using your intuition. Oh my goodness. All right, Pisces. Your card. All right, so using your intuition this week, using your intuition, knowing when and why and how and where and whatever, right? Your intuition is the key to your success. So here we go. In the key here, we have the Two of Swords, but she's blindfolded. She has two knives, but she's already thrown one at the target, and it hit the mark dead center, bullseye. Bullseye. She did that using her intuition. The card as we finish the week is the card of the Hanged Man. This is seeking a different perspective. This is seeing things from a different way and using your intuition in order to figure out how to be very financially successful. And it's totally on your mind here. You're a little, it feels like you might be a little stressed around the area of finances. And so you're trying to figure out how to nurture, to grow, to create something that is substantial and sustainable for you. This Nine of Pentacles, how do you get to the place? But I just want to remind you have more than enough and there's more on the way. It's a great mantra. Use that every day. I always have more than enough and there's more on the way. I have more than enough and there's more on the way. Okay, that is something you should say to yourself whenever you start to stress, because that means then as you say that, then you calm yourself down and you will find the resources you need and they will magically appear when you need them. I always have more than enough and more on the way. And so here you are questioning some kind of a choice or a decision you made to follow your heart, right? So here we have the Judgment card. It's in the area of where you're seeking knowledge. Follow the joy. You won't be wrong. But you have a lot of doubts about it because here in the area of the obstacle to overcome, we have the Knight of Cups. And it feels as though you may have made a choice or a decision to do something that felt so right. And yet now it seems like, is anything happening? Is this growing? Is this working? And I just want to encourage you to have a little patience for the process here. Because here in the area of what's draining your energy, we have the King of Pentacles. It's almost as though others are judging you or you're judging yourself as not being wealthy enough, not having enough resources, not being, not doing enough. But you are more than enough. You are more than enough and you have more on the way. So this sense of feeling unsure of a choice or a decision you made. It's going to take time to create the mastery, and you're being encouraged to continue to master the skill, to continue to grow, and to move things in the direction you want. Now, for some of you, this definitely feels very career, entrepreneurial. For others of you, it could be a relationship where you took the leap of faith, where you followed the Pied Piper, maybe over the cliff a little. And you're like, oh my gosh, do I trust myself anymore? And you're being encouraged to, yes, trust yourself. but you need a perspective change. You're going to be fine. So in the area of how to transform the situation, there's a divine timing aspect. Of course there is. We've got the card of being super patient, the Hanged Man card. But here we have this Knight of Wands in how do you transform the situation. And this witch, he's circling the mountain, the dragon, and he's winding up his power. He's gathering his power and waiting for the right opportunity to fly in and go to war. That eclipse is going to be a big, huge wormhole. It's going to shoot you forward. So for now, what do? You continue to create. You continue to work. You continue to sharpen your skills, to sharpen your tools, right? I feel like Stephen Covey here, are you sharpening the saw? Are you learning something new? Are you working on your craft? Are you developing your skill set? It's important right now. So here we have the Three of Pentacles in the area of the action to take. And the One Pentacle, that gold pentacle, look, it's the gold standard. It's how you are supposed to be doing things. It looks great. It's perfect, right? And then we have two other examples, and one's a little fat and uneven, and the other one's dripping paint. You're learning. Nothing wrong with that. Creation is sometimes messy. But you keep learning, you keep growing, you keep developing your skills. The 3 eventually gets to the 8, and the 8 to the 10. Well, the 9. You got to start somewhere. Keep practicing. As far as your resources go, you have the card of Temperance. Time, energy, finances. The card of Temperance. You are being asked to keep things in balance and to understand there is a divine timing thing at play here. This is not the energy of the alchemist that you see in some depictions of it. She is standing there doing yoga, and it's about balance. On one side of the table, there are cupcakes in a martini glass, and on the other side, there is healthy food, and there is a book and water. Finding the balance. How do you find the balance right now? So whether you're working on a health situation, financial situation, it's your vitality, it's resources. So that's your personal vitality. That is your creative energy. That is your financial energy. That is your emotional energy. It's whatever the resource is that you need to tap right now. And in the area of heart, you have the card of balance again. This is a week to find your balance, to trust the divine timing of the process here. It is a pause, it is a breath, it is a waiting. I do think that you just keep working on your skill, because here we have the Chariot. And the Chariot, it says this way or that way on here, but the Chariot is definitely about, are the actions that you're taking in alignment with the goals that you have stated for yourself? Are they in alignment with your dream? Are you doing the things on the daily? It's knowing that what you want, you deserve, but to get there, you have to do the work. The 3 of Pentacles. You have to master the skills. You have to do that. Intuitively, make the choices and the decisions that are best for you. And what other people think is none of your business. Who cares if they think that you are on the right track or not? Do you? Are you doing what brings you joy and happiness? If you are, then you're on the right track. So there is a definite perspective change that needs to happen, but there's also this gathering of the power, this gathering of the knowledge, this gathering of the skills. There is a time to find the balance. It's right now. Setting yourself up for success is what it feels like. You're setting yourself up for success right now. The table is being set. You're setting things in place. You're going to be spectacular. It's hanging there. So we start off this week on Monday with the moon early in the day in Capricorn. This is energy of, very productive, get things done. So what can you do constructively to set yourself up for success for the week and the early part of the day? And then the moon is going to move into Aquarius, and with the moon in Aquarius, that is inspiration coming in. There's so much divine inspiration and collaboration energy coming in. So be inspired, be inspiring. I think that you get downloads. You have the card of the fairy. It says energy, manifestation, and play. I shine my light with playfulness and pleasure. Be the energy you want to create. You want to feel relaxed and calm, and I have enough and there's more on the way. Have some fun. Be creative. Don't expect perfection of yourself. So the fairy says it would help you to come out of your head and into your body. Ooh, yoga is a great way to literally come out of your head and get into your body. To feel the movements, to just feel that energy. It shifts your energy. There is nothing. Okay, so I had to take a Living Beyond the Classroom class when I was in community college a few years ago, and so I took a yoga class. It was a 3-hour once a week. I was like, let's just get this thing over and done with. And I was going through a very difficult time. This was almost a decade ago. I was actually literally planning when I took the class. I signed up for it. Wow, I can't believe I'm telling you guys this. When I signed up for it, it was part of me just trying to look like I was planning ahead and living ahead, but I was actually planning my suicide. And so yoga literally saved my life, probably more than anything else. There were a couple of things, but yoga, huge difference for me. So I would go into yoga class, and the teacher would say, we're going to do this today, and she'd demonstrate. And the only time in my life that I had laughed for a couple of years, definitely, yeah, I'd say for almost 3 years, I hadn't really laughed except in that class. Because she'd say, we're going to do this, and I'd start laughing. I'm like, that's not going to happen. But I would try. And I would laugh the whole time because trying to contort my body into this. What? And community college had high schoolers, and it had 20-somethings, and they were so supportive and I'd laugh and they'd laugh, but they weren't laughing they were laughing with me, because I would just start laughing and I would be like, this is ridiculous. And laughter really is the best medicine. And so working that energy through my body was very, very helpful. It was a major part of the healing process for me. And by the end of yoga class, literally, when we started doing things like inversions and reversals like that, I'm killing the headstands, and they're all going, I can't get there. And so then, but they had learned it's okay to laugh at yourself, and they would be laughing, and I would be having to support them. And they'd just look at me like, how did you do that? I'm like, well, a headstand I can do. Some of this other stuff, not so much. So, yoga, get into your body. Go for a walk. Go swimming. Swimming is so meditative, and when you're in the water, and as the water is moving across your body, you feel the water move across your body, and how your hand slices through the water determines really how fast you go, and if you feel where you're kicking and how your legs are placed, and are your knees straight, and are you like flowing along, how's your breath? This is in the body, but it's meditative. You're so focused on that moment. Be focused on the moment and be focused on the joy of it. Swimming is so great. In fact, I've just about talked myself into going back to the pool. So thank you, Pisces. So here we have the card of bliss. I have a Pisces moon. It says, may you feel deeply and transcended. That moon in your sign, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to the intuition. Pay attention to the downloads. Pay attention to everything that happens and feel it. Like, really feel it, because that is your superpower. And in the feeling of things, the intuition, the knowingness is opened up, and you will You will know when the time is right, and you will know what to do next, and you will know. Allow yourself to be inspired this week to make the changes, and to trust in the way they're going to come in. There's so much that's happening here. So, God, look at this. You have Freya, irresistible and play. The more you choose to have the joy in the creating of something, the more you choose to engage in life through fun and laughter and joy. No wonder they showed me the yoga class. No wonder, because the more you do it, you are irresistibly drawn into joy and happiness when you decide to play. We have the card of play here. We have the card of play with the fairy. It says on the bottom, energy, manifestation, and play. And we have the card of bliss. You are encouraged to have fun. Be irresistible. There's joy attracts joy. Laughter attracts laughter. There is no better energy to manifest from than the energy of joy and laughter and happiness and serenity. Give yourself the gift of fun this week. And don't worry about how fast things are coming together. Seriously, divine timing is not our timing. Things are going to fall into place, but they get there faster when we are laughing and when we are joy-filled. So use that energy to your advantage. I don't even remember what I have told you. I've been so in channel here. So I'm on Facebook every day. I'm going to pull a postcard for you right now from Spirit. And I did that also in the reading, the collective reading, Sunday night, the 30th of October at 7:30 Eastern Time Zone. Did a collective reading, and then I pulled postcards from Spirit. The veil is so thin right now, and Spirit is whispering in your ear, and so these are messages from Spirit, and so allow yourself to absorb the information. I'm on Facebook every day. Oh, you have 3. We are not doing that. We're doing 1. So let's figure out which one is the most important message. There are other cards that got pulled over on during the reading. Check out your sun, your moon, and your rising to get the best, the most important messages for you. Okay, so it's this one. Look at that. They said these were, but I'm only doing 1. Can't be here all night. Dearest Pisces, let us ask you, are you looking for happiness outside of your everyday, moment-to-moment experience, thinking you will find happiness out there somewhere? So many go chasing a magic it out there, but it never could be found there. So we want to share a secret that shouldn't be a secret. You are pure joy. What made you is pure joy. And every time you wake up, and even when you sleep, you have joy waiting to be expressed inside of you. Joy and happiness and fullness come from doing joy. Joy attracts joy into your life. Create from joy. Seriously. All right. Being joy, knowing it, cultivating it, and lighting it in your heart so you can share it. You must know this so that when the time comes, you will be fully free, and your joyful being and actions will turn you into a beacon of starlight. Look within, be joyful, even for the tears and the loss, for they mean you have lived, really lived. Jump into it all and love every minute. We all love you like crazy over here. Spirit. Go have some fun this week. Find the happy. Find the joy. Do something maybe a little out of your comfort zone without the expectation of perfection. It is not about perfection. It is about creating joy. It is about creating joy. Thank you, Pisces. I will talk to you guys again soon. Thanks for hitting the thumbs up and sharing this time with me. And again, I'd love to see you in the chat on Facebook. On YouTube, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time Zone. I'm on Facebook every day, though. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Talk to you soon.